So what we want to do in this video is we want to define a force. And the simple definition of a force is simply a push or a pull and that's what a force is. When you push or a pull on an object. Or a force is something that causes a change in the motion of an object. It's something that can cause change in the motion of an object. And so what happens is a force, though, because how we push or pull on an object makes a difference, right? So if you can imagine that you're sitting here and you have some object, you have your block here, and you come along and it makes a difference if you start pushing on your box. It makes a difference which side you push on the box from. Because if you push on the box this way, you'll cause a motion. Push this way causes motion to the left. You push over here, this is motion to the right. So the idea is that a force is a push or a pull, but direction matters. So forces are vector quantities. Because a vector is something that has a number and direction. So when we think of a force, it's like a push or a pull, and this number that we're gonna look at makes the force makes a difference because when you push right or left, it'll make a difference in which way the motion of the object is. And so we know that forces are vectors, and these vector quantities, they have a number and a direction. So we can't just say 3 newtons. You have to know, I'll mention this, that we measure these numbers. Forces are measured in newtons. Named so after Newton himself. And the idea is that the Newton is the measure of a force, and the directions matter because we will look at how forces interact with each other. So forces are a vector quantity. They're essentially a push or a pull, and they'll be what causes change in motion of an object. So let me put one more thing up about the Newton, which is the measure of force. We measure forces in newtons. And the Newton has units. If you like more about units, it has units of kilograms meters over seconds squared. That's the measure of a Newton. So if you want to know the units, that's the idea. The Newton is a measure of the force, and it's a kilogram meter per second squared.